Let's talk about understanding fat loss and what it takes to be lean. My name is Gavin Mail, and talking to a lot of people out there here recently, there's a big, I believe that the myths of what creates a lean, healthy body really have to be revealed and talked about. So let me break it down for you in a few simple ways. First, most important step, the most important thing, you have to see yourself as a lean, healthy, fit person, okay? And that starts with something called autosuggestion. Napoleon Hill's Think and Go Rich, he breaks down autosuggestion and how it is actually proven that autosuggestion is the way that you're going to be able to, that you can build the body that you want by telling yourself you are some way. So what I used to do it is I would say, I am going to be as lean as, let's say Brad Pitt was in Troy. I am going to be as fit as Tony Horton, the guy from P90X. So saying I am and then going to be this type of person, have this type of body to yourself, having it on your mind is really the basis. It's the essence. That's the first most important thing. That is first. You got to lay the foundation in the mind and believing that it's going to happen. That's only going to happen through autosuggestion, by telling yourself over and over again, telling the mind over and over again what you want, what you want it to do, what you want it to happen, okay? And the mind will eventually believe it will happen, okay? We'll break through the conscious mind and get to the subconscious mind. Second is breaking down the myths of what creates the fat loss, and that really comes down to one thing. It's a calorie deficit. Now, I want to talk about how to manage that calorie deficit. For a long time, I was using a phone app called Lose It, which is a great app. I love the app, and it was phenomenal. I used it for about 2 years. But on and off, I also use something called MyFitnessPal. Recently, I went to a new phone. I got a replacement phone after losing my other phone, and so I switched back to MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is tremendously better. I highly recommend getting MyFitnessPal. Just get the free version. That's what I'm using, and it's gonna populate the food for exactly the way you could scan it in. If you're at a restaurant, I ate at In-N-Out Burger last night. I was able to select the food from In-N-Out Burger that I had, populate it in, and it had an estimate of the calories and the macros, the protein, the fat, and the carbs that I had in the food. It was very easy. So I highly recommend getting MyFitnessPal. Now, here's one thing about MyFitnessPal that you want to try to avoid, and that is, it gave me a recommendation of calories to eat per day. Now, it gave me almost 900 calories over where I think I should be at the present time. So clearly it's not right. It's going off I don't know what it's going off of. So let me just give you the exact formula for what you want to follow. It's 15 calories per pound of goal body weight, a realistic goal body weight, like 10% less, let's say. 15 calories per pound of body weight if you're doing 1 hour per day of activity. 1 hour of walking a day. If you're not, you got to drop it down. 12 calories per pound of body weight, okay, on like resting days. So if you really want to get aggressive, just never, ever, ever go below 10 calories. Never. It could actually cause a problem and cause you to keep the fat that you have. So never go below 10. But if you want to go aggressive, you can get to 12. Everything else just comes down to a strategy of how to create the calorie deficit. So I use something called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is going to start the first meal as late as possible. Push the first meal out as late as possible. I will usually just don't even start till dinner now. I'll skip the rest of the meals and I just go for dinner. And I go for like a 22-hour fast. I'm kind of extreme, but if you could just start with like going to like a 12-hour fast, 14-hour fast, 15-hour fast, 16-hour fast, working your way up to an 18-hour fast, and then breaking it, it will change your life. It will change your life tremendously. I think that was the biggest breakthrough I've ever had, is pushing out my first meal further and further and further to then create that deficit effortlessly. It was easy to create a deficit because I wasn't no longer grazing throughout the day. I had the habit of snacking. I'd eat carbs and chips and breads, and I would eat peanuts, and I would eat snacks, and I would eat protein bars and all these things throughout the day, and it ended up having like 4,000 calories, and I'm wondering why I'm at 16% body fat. Why? Of course, it was because I was way over my calorie level, but I didn't know that. I didn't understand how the body worked yet, but now I do. So that's really the basics. First, Auto-suggestion. Tell yourself how, say, I am going to have the body of a Greek god. I am going to have the body of this person. I am going to weigh, I am going to be have the fit body that I've always wanted very soon. Saying very soon is another powerful word, never putting a time frame on it. Don't ever put yourself on a time limit saying, oh, it's got to happen next week or next month. No. You know, our minds aren't that smart. Just say very soon. So that's the first step. Second, identify what your maintenance level is and track your macros, okay, in MyFitnessPal. It's definitely the best way to do it. Strategy to do it is through intermittent fasting, pushing out the first meal as late as you can. This is Gavin Mail. Hope this video helped you provide tremendous value for all the people I've talked to who have recently subscribed. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video, commenting, and you know, there's so much more information that I have to share. I've been putting up videos, a lot of the old videos that I had never published before recently, but I'm putting out a new video every day now for a long time. It's been a minute. I haven't even been keeping track because I got tremendous value and things to share. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. This is Gavin Mail. Do appreciate it. Much love.